Hey, so we're here. Or by we, I mean me. I'm here. I swear. I didn't know how to lay out the 16 by 9 game on a 16 by 9 canvas. So me squeezed in the corner seemed very appropriate. So it's all cropped and whatnot. Yeah, 4 by 3 always is a little bit easier to stream. The other thing that's changed since last time is the new intro, pop cyclopsical logo drawn by Chris of CGQ. And I also put some filters on the microphone. So hopefully, one, I am a little bit louder, and two, a bit cleaner audio sounding. Um, yeah, you shouldn't be hearing like random room tone as much and just me talking. So hopefully it doesn't clip out. I'll have to watch this later. But I assume you guys can hear me, and I'm gonna start playing Faster Than Light. As you can see, this game probably came out in 2012. I don't know. I've beaten it many times on easy mode, but I've never beaten it on normal, and that's my goal. So here I go. In case you don't know about this game, the premise is you get a ship like this, and you get a crew, and you pretty much manage the crew. There's 8 jumps you have to survive, and if you survive all 8, you fight the final boss, and if you beat the boss, you beat the game. There are 3 modes. There's easy, normal, hard. There's advanced edition content, which was free DLC at the time. I bought this before the advanced edition was a thing, and then you pay like $20 for the game, and then a year later there was basically a whole nother game that was given for free, and it was really good. So each ship, depending on if you have it unlocked or not, has different layouts and different crew allocations. Like these are humans, and on this one I got a human and a Zoltan and a Mantis, and so on and so on. So the different layouts also give you different weapons and different stats. So there's a lot of like starting out stuff you kind of have to realize before you even pick a ship. And then there's also totally different ship layouts. You can see like these little grayed out squares. That means I only beat it with one of the 3 ships. I beat it with 2 out of the 3. 3 out of 3. Most likely I beat those all in easy mode. And then these exclamation points are... I think that means I've done them? Somehow? Yeah, I beat this one even though I never unlocked any of the ships. Same with this. I must have had these unlocked on another computer. They basically suck all the oxygen out of the room, but they also can survive in a room that doesn't have oxygen. And that comes into play, like, if a part of your ship catches on fire, you'll need to either evacuate the oxygen or put it out with a fire extinguisher, or some other thing. But yeah, I was trying to play it the other day, and I just kept dying and dying and dying, so I'm assuming I'm going to die and die and die. Trying to think of a layout that I could probably win with. Cloning. So this one has a cloning bay, so if any of my guys die, they'll come back to life. But it doesn't have a healing bay, so they're going to die often. These Zoltan guys, they provide basically a point of energy. And like, from your reactor, they just provide one for being in the room. like this ship, it has no weapons, but it has a boarding drone, so I can like attack another ship without being on it. And it has a defense drone, so if someone fires a missile at me, I can shoot the missile out of the sky before it hits me. So the purpose of this ship is, one, to use the teleporter to attack, but also to use the boarding drones to attack. So it's a very drone-heavy attack until I can buy more weapons. So I'm just afraid of trying to do something that's too foreign. We haven't even started the game yet. You know what? There was another one that was very similar to this. Try this one. We'll rename it. And I'm playing this on Steam, by the way, in case you're curious. This species is good for repairing stuff really fast, but they don't do very much combat damage. That didn't pop. What else we got in the chat? Eric Dawson. And Batch. Omega. The point of this game is to command this crew of a spaceship and defeat the rebels. You are part of the Federation. You have to defeat the rebels. And I've never beaten this on hard mode. This is a weapon, and we're gonna start the game. So once in a while you'll get a text prompt. That you usually get one at the very start of the game. It kind of tells you the point of the game. The data you are carrying is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need You'll need supplies for the journey to make sure to explore the sector before moving to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. So I can command the ship. I can command the crew. I can tell them to go to certain areas of the ship. And as they do, they maintain certain jobs. So on this one, I have a flak gun that basically negates shields but can do damage, but it's also not very accurate. I have a hypnosis mind control thing where I can take control of one of their crew members and teleport one of my crew to an enemy ship. I have oxygen. I have a cloning bay. I have an engine, which is used for charging up your jumps. You need to jump between point to point. And you also, the higher your engine is, the more percentage chance to dodge an attack. There is shield, which is good for like laser-based weapons, but not missiles. You have energy, which currently all my energy is allocated. And then you have some other options here, like I have a pilot. If you don't have a pilot, your chance to dodge is dropped to 0, and you have security doors. And usually there's another one here for, what do they call it, like monitoring, so I can see the rest of my ship. Like right now, if something was on fire, I couldn't tell if it was on fire or not because I don't have someone in the room. Like on a normal ship, you would see all of the spots. Also, if you don't have a pilot, you can't jump. So you also need one person to survive. There are certain positions that have like these little silhouettes. If they're filled in white, that means someone is operating that area, and you get a little bonus. So if, because someone is sitting here, I get an extra 5% chance to dodge. And someone's sitting here, I get 10% faster charge. And since I have a pilot, I can, you know, do piloty things. But there's also a spot for shields, which charges the shields faster. Right now I have 1 shield. And if you do doors, it makes the doors a little bit more secure. So if someone invades your ship, they have a harder time getting from room to room. And sometimes that can work to your advantage. Like you can suffocate them by opening up, you know, blast doors and suffocating them, and they can't enter the next room. So this is a very tactics-heavy game. Lastly, we have stuff up here. We have the health of my ship. We have how much fuel I have. You need 1 fuel per jump. You have how many missiles you have. Right now I have no weapons that fire missiles. And how many drones you have. Currently I have nothing that operates with drones. And then, lastly, you have scrap. Scrap is like the currency in the game. So right now I have 10 scrap. Like if I want to upgrade my ship, it costs, you know, I could upgrade my engines. It costs 10 scrap. But then I would have 0 scrap. So the goal is to make it through all 8 levels, upgrade your ship along the way, and then at the very end, fight the boss and win. So let's play now that I explained everything. So I encountered some mercenaries. They were going to offer me stuff if I had scrap to spend, or I can just fight them. I play this game very aggressively. I tend to fight everybody, and if I die early, I die early. Either that, or I get a ton of scrap and I get tons of upgrades. So I'm starting to fight them. Part of this game is hitting spacebar to pause, so you can start to allocate your resources. So I can say, oh, I want him to go to the... want these 2 guys to go to the teleport bay. And I want to target their shields. They have like a super shield thing going on, so I can't teleport until this is gone. So that's gone. I can now teleport over. They also knocked out my oxygen. But I'm going to go over into their weapons area. Start attacking it, and then I'm going to mind control one of them who's going to start attacking their own oxygen supply. And as I do damage to the ship, they'll take damage. And there is no oxygen in this room, so they're gonna have they're gonna die much faster. And they do have a med bay, but they're not gonna be able to do much to me. And I'm gonna have him repair the oxygen, so I don't suffocate. Because as much as these guys can withstand no oxygen, he cannot. And he's almost dead, so I can either pull them back or let them die because I have a cloning facility. And they're starting to clone. As that's happening, I can try to take out their med bay. Yep, gone. I should turn that on to auto fire. And I did enough points of damage and they died. I got some fuel, got some rockets, got some scrap. That's pretty much the whole game. You're going to be doing that. Once in a while you'll come upon a shop and you'll get to buy upgrades. There's also like distress beacons, which I always visit if I can. I should be reading that stuff, but it basically said a lot of these distress areas you'll have a chance to do something. You can either do the action or not. If you don't, there's no risk. But if you do the action, there's a risk that something negative will happen. You'll take hull damage, you'll you know, lose a crew member, you'll catch on fire, something silly like that will happen. Again, I play this game very aggressively, so I tend to take the most risks. And I usually die really early on. I'm fighting this crew here. They don't have a super shield, so I'm just gonna teleport on over. And they don't have a med bay, so I'll probably kill the crew pretty quickly. And I'm fighting a Mantis guy who actually has really good what do you call it? Like fighting skills. So I killed all the crew members on this one. I didn't have to destroy the ship. And I can strip it full of materials and then pull my guys back. Part of my ship's on fire now. I can see that this engine room's on, or this weapons array room, whatever you want to call it's on fire. And I also can't jump yet because my engine hasn't charged up. No. There's a store here, but I kind of want to get a little bit more scrap if I can before I go. See, I risked it. I explored an asteroid field, and I took 5 damage. And I damaged my engine. With the clone bay, the health of my crew upgrades or increases every time I do a jump. I'm not playing with a controller, I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. Yeah, the music in this game is really good. You can actually buy the soundtrack. I forgot to also mention, your crew will eventually gain, depending what position they are on the ship, bonuses. So, like, he's the pilot, so as he evades... Oh, shit, something's on fire up here. Sometimes what I like to do, if I'm playing a crew like this, that these guys are immune to no oxygen, is I'll just decompress the entire ship. And it's like, there'll never be a fire again. I'll never have to worry about it again. So as he evades more attacks, he'll get better at evading, and your bonus for evasion will go up. And this method of decompressing the ship works fine for now, but as I get more crew that are not this species, that'll be a problem. If I get more. And here is the rebel fleet coming to get me. This is where they are. Next turn, they'll be here. And they'll slowly get to me, and I have to make my way to this exit in time. I don't have enough drum parts to do the scrap swap, so I can just ignore it. I can either take their bribe, they're pirates, I can either take their bribe of fuel, a drone, and scrap, or I can attack them and I'll probably get something better than that. Usually more scrap. I'm all about scrap. I'm a scrap man. Eat a pop. Turning on my flak gun, auto aiming at them, and sending over my. Ooh, so they're offering, or instead of dying, they gave me an augment to my ship. And they increased my health. So again, there's always a reason to not take the bribe. So the augment I got was the Zoltan Shield Bypass, allows crew/bombs teleportation. I can't even say it in the correct cadence. Allow crew and bomb teleportation and mind control to work through the super shield. So that thing that I usually have to destroy, I now don't have to destroy. And I can only have 3 augments on my ship. Oop. Nope. You don't want to jump with your crew on another ship. You'll lose them forever. So this is what they have to sell. They have crew members for 55 scrap. They have weapons. Nothing here really piques my interest. I usually like a... So the boss has 3 phases at the end. There is one where it has a super shield and it fires a bunch of lasers, a bunch of rockets, and it's just kind of like a normal attack. The second round, it has a bunch of drones. So teleportation works really good against drones because you'll know why later, I guess, as you see it. And you can't really use missiles against someone who's drone heavy. I forget what the last wave is, but it's just like you kind of just have to survive. I usually like a burst laser of some sort. I don't like beam weapons because beam weapons typically don't work through shields. I already have a flak cannon, advanced flak cannon, and you're gonna earn crew throughout the game, so I almost never buy crew. And I don't need to repair anything, and I'm good on fuel, and I don't have anything that fires rockets or has drones. So, kind of a waste of time. This is a unmanned ship. And since it's unmanned, it has no oxygen inside it. And this drone that's attacking me uses beam weapons, which can't penetrate my shield. So it'll just do nothing forever. And of course, the one place that has oxygen caught on fire. I took out the weapons, their drone is just sitting there. And they're dead. So kind of the goal as well is to like explore as many areas as possible before getting to the exit. I can get 7 scrap if I don't attack it, or I can attack it. And this one has a dual laser gun and a teleportation bomb. But now it only has a dual laser teleportation bomb, and soon it will not even have that. And it missed. And he just got a bonus there. He is now even stronger to fight against other crew. If they die and get cloned, like just now when they... when I didn't pull back Zach Omega and Eric Dawson back in time, they died, but now they're cloning. So they lost some of their bonus. Oops. The question was, what good is scrap if there's no store? I can still upgrade my ship without a store. So I can still increase my shield strength, my evasion chances, the speed at which I can restore a clone, stuff like that. The cooldown for my teleporter. And there's even benefit to increasing something that you might not really care about, like oxygen. I might not care about it, but it only has 1 point of health, you can kind of think of it. So like if someone hits it and only does 1 damage to it, I lose all my oxygen. But if I increase it to 2 points of health, if someone does 1 damage to it, I still have oxygen. So there's little things you can do, like my reactor all sorts. I typically will save up my scrap until I'm like kind of up against a wall with fighting new enemies, because if I find a shop that has a lot of stuff I want, I'm going to want to keep that. So he lost some of his bonus, but not all of it. He's still the 2nd level. Well, he didn't die as much as there's a clone. Once in a while, you'll get to a prompt that has like a blue option. The blue option is because you have an advantage. Like in this case, I have the teleporter, so that makes this prompt available. Sometimes it's a species member, like, oh, you have a Zoltan, so now you can speak to other Zoltans and you can communicate better. You almost always want to do the blue option. It is the one that is the least risk usually and the most reward. So in doing so, I bypassed that and I got navigation information. Not that useful in this case because the store's all the way down here, but I also got told that there's probably a ship in this area. And I kind of have to do the math here of like, if I go here, will I be able to make it to here without having to fight the rebels? Because the rebels are incredibly strong. I'm not going to risk it. So pirates claim to have equipment for sale. I hailed them. They want me to come aboard. And they actually do have something for sale. And I'm not gonna die. Because sometimes what they do is they kidnap your crew. I can buy anti-drone personnel. I don't have the augmentation of commanding drones yet, so it would just sit there unused. Or I can buy drone parts, or I can buy nothing, which is what I'm going to do. And then they were mad because I bought nothing and damaged my ship. So now they get to die. Let that room get some oxygen while we beam over and murder their weapons. Ooh, there's holes in this ship. And they disabled my shields. Oh, I should have let these rooms pressurize while I was... Oh, fuck. And I am crewless now. They destroyed my clone bay. And the clones didn't get to clone. And now they're gone forever. And I'm pretty much dead at this point. And that's what you get for playing aggressively. If a crew gets kidnapped, they cannot be cloned. I technically have not lost the game yet because my ship is surviving, but I have... Oh, he survived. He fixed the clone bay before he died. I'm just gonna restart. There's nothing I can really do to fix that. So yeah, playing aggressively has its negatives. Things I could have done to avoid that would be to increase the cloning facility in my ship upgrades, which is what I'll probably do next time since I'm playing such a aggressive game. If you attack first, you know, it's the same rewards as most things. Usually you just get scrap or fuel or rockets or drones. But you might not get anything either. There's always a chance that you'll get nothing. Oh, the game paused. I was like, why is it not going? Oh, we're in an asteroid field, so we're being bombarded with asteroids. Send the crew over and murder. So they're trying to jump away, but right now either they don't have engines or their pilot is not in the pilot bay, so they're delayed. But you'll see eventually they'll go from delayed to not. And I forgot to beam my guys back in time, so they'll be bummed again. Oh, my shields are on fire. I can barely see it out the corner of my eye. But... and they're still on fire, still on fire, still on fire, and out. So I need to fix my shields and my weapons and all that stuff before I can leave. Meanwhile, I'm being bombarded. Not fun. If I go to, once in a while you'll get like a nebula cloud. If you go to any area that has a blue aura, the jump distance that the rebels do will be halved because you're kind of like hiding in the nebula. And there's an enemy in the nebula waiting for me. Intruders on board. So this is when I like to go to the security office. And it looks like they're in the oxygen room. And just decompress the oxygen room so they stop attacking it. And now they're trying to get out of the oxygen room. You can see here by that red banging. So someone in there is suffocating. This is a Mantis ship, so it's most likely a Mantis. He got out of the he got out of this door, but now he has to get to the next one. So you're just kind of like preventing them from leaving. And they'll either teleport back off your ship, or they'll looks like they teleported back off because there's no more red banging on the doors. Or they'll die, which is the best outcome. Destroy their teleporters, their weapons are down. If those all hit, I'm all dead, but not. Great. I'm gonna beam these guys back off so they survive and keep their bonuses, and just keep firing flak at them until they die. That's how you're supposed to do it. So you are part of the Federation, so aiding the Federation ship is in your favor. But which means I have to fight a, I think this is a rebel ship. Yeah, rebel ship. So this drone that's going around their ship is a defense drone. So if I fired a rocket at it, it would try to shoot my my weapons. And their drone is shooting my gun, like my flak, as it's coming in. Boom. So they thank me for saving them, and then they give me a quest marker. This is like the last type of thing you can do. As once in a while you'll get something that adds a quest marker to your map, and then once you go to the jump screen, you'll see a quest. Usually you get rewards. And this is like kind of like the meteors, but this is my team, and they're trying to shoot this drone ship for me. You kind of don't want to be on it when unless it's friendly fire. Oh, there it is. Knocked out the ship for me. So they restored some hull points. I get a rockman to join my crew. I get fuel. I get a little bit of everything. So now I have a rockman. Rockman. Rockmen are immune to fire. They also have 50 more health than the average player. And they're slow. They're real slow. I'm going to put them on engine so I can have a better percentage to dodge, because right now it's like miserable. Just going to increase this by a point, add a reactor point. Oh, since I was able to pull the data off that drone, I get all the markers that I would normally see. So here's some other stuff. There's 2 pages this time of stuff I can buy. I can buy drone control, which would allow me to do, you know, defense drones, attack drones, anti-personnel drones, and attack, like, on their ship drones. Sensors are really important. I wish I had those right now. That would let me see every room of my ship. And then as you upgrade it, you can see the enemies' interiors. And then there's med bay as well. I don't really need a med bay because I have a clone bay, but some people like to have both. Drone recovery arm. These are augmentations. There's like that Zoltan bypass. And then I can also sell stuff. So I'm going to get rid of the emergency respirator, which allows me to take half damage from no oxygen, because I'm kind of going to send my 2 wrecking crew guys over every time, and they can survive without oxygen. I'm going to remove that. Now I have enough scrap to buy something I would want. I either want this Zoltan bypass or sensors, and I think sensors are more important at the moment. So now I can see the interior of my ship. Can I rename him? Yes, I can. I'm gonna attack the pirates, because why not? And if I stick him on sensors, I should be able to see inside their ship. Now I can see where the crew is, and they only have one or two crew, it looks like. And now they only have one crew. And because I almost had them killed, they're trying to, you know, let them go for this, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna turn off the black gun. I'm just gonna try to murder him. And I did. How did my ship catch on fire? And I lost my answer. Great. They had no health, so they were pretty much dying. Ooh, and I'm taking a lot of damage. Now I don't have shields. Oh, this is not looking good for me. How do they get superior shield? Oh. Oh, the doors are broken. Okay. Well, they don't have any weapons anymore, so they can't really do any damage. And this thing creates a super shield. Oh, still venting out the room. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid. So I killed all their crew members. The Cyclopsical is not looking good right now. I'm going to go to the store, see what they have, and then also heal up my ship. So cloaking, hacking like disrupts one of their system resources. Missile launcher, laser, beam. I'm just gonna heal up my ship. So that's pretty much the whole game, is doing this until you get to the boss. Oh, that's the hacking thing. So it's like, it's broke my shield. And then they have an ion cannon, which would also disrupt my shield or some service on my ship. And then they have a beam weapon. Right now I'm shieldless, so the weapon would hit me. But now my shield's back up, and it would do nothing. And boom goes the dynamite. Oh, did damage to my shield generator. One more volley of flak, and then they'll probably die. And then we got to the exit just in time. Stole some extra fuel. Aha. So this is what happens when you actually get to an exit and survive. You get this tree. It's kind of like a little bit like Star Fox. Green usually is, you know, it says it right here, civilian, hostile, nebula. Nebula will have the most of those nebula clouds. Nebulas typically will fuck with your systems. Like, you'll either lose sensors or your reactor will only work half as well. So you have to like divide what you have left. The hostile, typically a little bit harder but more rewarding, and the green is like a little bit easier, a little less rewarding. I typically avoid the nebulas. I think they're really not fun to play because you end up with a lot of system resource issues, like ship resource issues. So I'll probably go this route here. Oh, big S. And then we're in a whole new area. There's some nebula stuff here. There's the exit, stress. And you just do that 7 times, and the last nebula, or the last star system, you end up having to fight the boss. This is already getting a little bit harder. He has 2 levels of shield. and you know, it just starts to increase. He also has cloaking, which means I can't target him or teleport to him while he's cloaked. And it's potential that he's actually charging up his weapons while I'm... Yeah, the weapons are charging up while I am not charging up my... Oh, that was a good shot for them. I had someone mind controlled in their team, and then they destroyed the mind control array. My sensors are out. I'm gonna start targeting their shields because 2 of my flak get eaten up just on the entry. Now that they have nothing to attack me with, I might kill my own crew there. Oops. Will not take surrender. I will take your death. Sorry, Megan. No cats. So yeah, this is probably a dry and boring stream, but I like it. Oh, who cares? Weapon pre-igniters are really good. I wish I had the money for that. That basically means when I show up to a area, I'll already have my like flat cannon fully charged, ready to fire. I typically buy this if I can. Advanced navigation, I don't really ever buy. Although, that's not so bad. Scrap recovery arm. Really good to have in the beginning of the game. You get extra 10% scrap from anything. Oh, I'm definitely buying that. And I think I'm good enough health. I don't think I need to boost up or anything. Dawson's low on health, but as long as I stay in here, they're not going to come in because they don't like to be in rooms that don't have oxygen. Guys out before I destroy the ship. Boom. And you can see it's like half as far as it normally would be because I'm in a nebula. Intruders on board. So what we do with intruders, is you lock them into where they are. And then we laugh and laugh and laugh as they suffocate. And there's also going to be solar flares. So I'd rather jump with these people on the ship than deal with a solar flare. Solar flares catch parts of your ship on fire. Not fun. Sure, rock crew. Contact the survivor. Repair arm. Well, that ain't good. They're trying to get to my Capitan. They killed Dawson. Dawson died again. That Dawson, always dying. Classic Dawson, am I right? And the ship's dead in the water because it has no engine, pilot, or, I mean, has a piloting, autopilot. But it has no weapons, has no engine. He did. He did, yo. Yep, yo. I'm gonna put some stuff. That might be a better gambit for the future. Cool, asteroid belt. Ooh. He broke part of the clone bay, which is never good. Oh, no. I know this sounds funny. I don't like to risk them with the clone bay in damage. If they destroy this, they'll destroy the ship, which kills them. Oh, and they did it. I didn't react fast enough. So now I have to hope I repair this before it takes damage. Alright, that's not so bad. Could have been worse. Into the nebula. Oh, he's fully upgraded. Dawson is a tough motherfucker at this point. 20% extra damage, and he sucks all the oxygen out of a room. Breathtaking and handsome. Sorry, I don't even know where I was going with that. And you can see their jump radius is lower because I'm in a nebula, hiding. Hope that top right star was not a store, because it's so far out of the way. And there's a good potential that I'm going to kill my own crew here. Ooh. Oh, I'm rich with scrap. Scrap heavy. You guys ever have Scrapple? My wife always talks about Scrapple. So on this one I can trade 2 fuel for 4 rockets. I have plenty of rockets, and it's a stupid trade, so no. I've had Scrapple once, but she said it wasn't like real Scrapple. It was good. I wasn't crazy about it. Apparently it's like a... 2 stores next to each other? It's like a Pennsylvania Dutch type of thing. So now that I got plenty of money, this one's pretty good. So even if the clone machine is broken, not everyone's dead. Ooh, I don't like that. It was repairing my hull for scrap I collect, but it was also having me collect less scrap. Ain't about that. Drone control is pretty important. At least I feel like it is. I'm gonna buy a drone. Ooh. So I can only have one more system. I can either have drone control, cloaking, battery backup. There's like 1 or 2 other ones. Med bay. Gotta be another one. Yeah, drone. I feel pretty strong about drone. I could also do boarding drone now, so I can have like 3 guys on their ship. Which I've never done a drone or like a boarding heavy attack. I'm gonna go for the back DNA because I know that's gonna get destroyed at some point. I'm gonna be really mad that I didn't get it. Aha, rewards. So with a boarding drone, I can't use it yet. It needs 3 reactor points, and the drone level needs to be at least level 3. Because right now I can only put 2 reactor points in it, and I can't spend them on the boarding. But I could do a system repair drone, which is useless. I'm going to end up selling that tool. But I am going to target that, and I'm going to target that, and turn Hypnosis on, and hypnose that guy. Oh, they also have a cloning bay on their ship, so if they die, they'll come back. And he destroyed my shields. Maybe I should make the rock guy the captain because he's slow as shit. Now their clone bay is offline, and all of the people are dead, so they get the bonuses. Ooh, big laser beam. Thank you for reminding me. That's what, yeah. This one's pretty good. Increases the reload time for your weapons, or at least cuts it by 10%. That's kind of a waste. I'd rather take the money. And I'll take the auto reloader, which increases my reload speed for weapons. Oh, I should be attacking that instead of... Oh, I don't have a shield. Oh, this is not easy. Open up all the doors. He dazed? Oh, he's dazed. And what this drone is doing is like knocking out my systems temporarily. Oh, sugar. Oh, I got that DNA backup thing. I might die. Oh no. Stunned me in a room that has no oxygen. Oh, man. And that's the risk you run when doing a weapon that, or a ship that doesn't have many weapons. Man. I'm gonna do a different ship. One more round. Alright, let's try this one. Awesome. Totally awesome. That guy, he's awesome. Megan Edwards. It's a hellhead. You're totally awesome. Intruders on board already? Well. Actually. And now we wait. Just letting them run from room to room with no oxygen until they die. And eventually they'll get into this room, maybe. There were 3 of them. No, I think they're dead. Is it? Oh, damn it. Who died? Megan! Oh, I don't have any points in my ox. I fucking wonder. Sorry, Alhid and Megan. Dual beam laser is pretty good because for 1 charge you get 2 shots. And on this one I already have drones. I have a beam weapon. Oh, stupid pirates. Oh, I also have a hacking device. Typically what you do is take your hack, knock out their shields. Oh, he's also hacking my pilot. Perfect. Wait till your dual laser is all charged up, you start hacking, and then you fire on shields. Oh, that ain't good. I can depressurize the oxygen room, but then I will have no oxygen to refill it and to get rid of the fire, so I'm better off sending 2 guys in there. Oh, he has. Using the hacking device takes a drone every time you fire it, but it lasts for the entire battle. Cool. This is not an offensive weapon. Well, it won't do damage, so he can hit me as many times as he wants with that. This was the rocket firing thing, which would have done damage, but is now inoperative. Now they can't go into cloak. Oh, Dawson, you're gone forever. Sorry. I killed him. See? No good. But for a low amount of scrap, I can hire people. Usually about like 45. 55 for a person. I'll do that one, but I won't do the other. Check and rename them. Oh wait, I can. No, I want to see his whole name. Dawson 2. He's human, even though you weren't. But maybe I'll make up for it. Oh, goodness. so he has to put out the fires before he can fix the doohickeys. You can also kill their crew members by like burning. Like right now, the hacking tool is stopping people from getting in. You can just like burn them all alive. Oh, they dead. Craft recovery arm. Worth it. Ooh, that's pretty good too, but I don't have enough money for it now. For 4 power, you get 5 shots. It takes a lot to set up, but like getting 5 laser bursts. If you hit with all 5, even if someone has the most amount of shield, which is 4, you'll get 1 shot in. And that tied with something else would be nice. But it's fine. I don't need it. Can I sell anything? No, that's fine for now. Ooh, a store. A surprise store. With this type of ship layout, I probably should go with cloaking, but I don't have enough for it. And I made it to the exit too early, so I'm just gonna go past the exit and come back. And I got Charlie. And he already comes with the knowledge of weapons, so he charges my weapons 15% faster. And you can see when he gets there, this will drop. And he has a little star above his head. And Charlie will be, I guess, from people that have talked in the past. Oh, yeah. Next sector. Oh, that's a pretty good path. All green. Ion. That's fine. Oh, the hacking thing's off. Let's do unrepaired. That's out of commission. Now let's start taking out the buttons. I don't know why I turned on the hacking thing at that moment, but whatever. And sometimes you just don't find anything. I think this is a rock investigator, rock manship. want to take out their weapons because they have a rocket, and that'll just do a bit of damage. Don't want to do. Oh, and I didn't charge my weapon. Right. Never mind, take out the shields. Or at least attempt to. Ooh, that's not good. Also not good. I'm gonna cut my engine power down to turn on the beam weapon, which I've never used yet, but it's a drone that fires a beam. Just so I can, like, destroy this guy. His shields are down. If his shields weren't down, this beam weapon would be ineffective. But he was kind of handing my ass to me. Kicking my own ass. You mind? Nope. Need that. So he's charging, so I either have to take out the pilot or the engine to stop the charge. No, he's delayed, so he can't hyper jump away from me. Charging up again. Charging up his lasers. Turned off my oxygen so I can get a little bit more evasion. Which was good because I dodged two things right there. Totally worth it. game can be pretty long if you're exploring as many spots as I am. And normally my drone would be, or my hacking thing would get destroyed, but because they have a defense drone. But one of my ship's augments are to disable their defense drones. Will they dodge both my lasers? Their drone flew in the way of my laser beam, so it got destroyed. One more point of damage would be all I need. There we go. Fudge. Oh no. That's about to get destroyed. That's about to be gained. Oh, that was it. No, Wookiee, I did not win. In fact, I lost 3 times in a row pretty quickly. I made it... I think the furthest I made it tonight was the 2nd sector. Oh my god, I got my ass handed to me way too quickly. Normal mode is pretty hard. I've beaten this game on easy mode, but normal mode I have not. Oof. I think that's gonna do it for me this time around. You know what? No, let's do one more. You know, this hasn't been 2 hours yet, it's only been an hour and a half. Let's do it with the ship I've won with before. This is the very first ship you start with. We'll have Captain Wookie. We'll have Dawson. Wade. There are 8 sectors. Tonight I've only gotten to Sector 2. On easy mode I have beaten this game numerous times. Maybe like 10. And we'll do normal mode still. Burst is really good. It's 2 charge and you get 3 shots. It's like the best weapon in the game in my opinion. We're gonna put he's the furthest from every. He should probably be shield. No, he should probably be this. This should be that. And let's see. Basically, you want the rock guy to be somewhere he doesn't have to move because he's slow. The mantis is really fast, so he can be the furthest away. What are these guys called? I forget what species. I think they're called NGs. The NGs should be in the center because they have the highest repair rate. And then humans are pretty good for pilots because they learn really fast. I would say if you're going to play this game for the first time, do easy mode. And there is a this game has a save mode. So my ship, it not only has the burst, but after a 50-second charge, it has this trash cannon, and it just it's like the flak. It'll go through shields, and it just obliterates whatever's in its path. This ship does not have a cloning device, so it has a med bay instead. And my uber weapon is already destroyed. There you go. Oh, my shield's down. That's not good. Not in an asteroid field. And back up. And my weapons are down. Perfect. On the plus side, every time I charge my shield operator gets like a little increase towards his bonus. I'm about to jump out of here. Trash cannon deploy. Oh no, it's a laser. Never mind. I thought it was a trash cannon. Oh, I shouldn't have fought this guy. I'm just a glutton for punishment. Whew. Yeah, dodge that fucking missile. You son of a gun. crew. I got the augment of stealth weapons. Typically, when you have stealth, you can't fire your weapon if you're stealth, even if it's fully charged. But now, if I had stealth, I could fire when stealth. Yeah, I guess that's cheaper than doing it at a real repair shop. Alright, let's try this again without completely killing myself. See, like, this is a stun cannon, so it won't really do physical damage. But right now, they have, like, no way of actually hurting me. Other than the solar flares. Boom, boom, boom. There's no point in going to the store, I only have 15 scrap. Oh, there's an intruder on board, but he's fighting my mantis, and mantis are known for fighting. So this human will die before my mantis will. And he dead. Gonna heal up Mr. Mantis, Mr. Dawson. Now they have no weapons to attack me with, so I'll take out the shields. Never accept surrender. Never! Never! Oh, I got another Rockman. I'm gonna put him on the subsystem of doors. Now my doors will just always be a little bit stronger. You can't bribe me. Do you know who I am? You know who my father is? He's Mr. Faster Than Light. You got no weapons. Yeah, I've once beat the game having 4 burst level 2 things, so I would fire 12 shots in a volley. It offered me 7 scrap, and I destroyed them and got 7 scrap. Not a great. Scenario. I like to avoid the nebula, so I'm gonna go south, or the lower path, and I start in a nebula. Great. Oh, they only have one laser. That drone. There it is. Him on, get rid of the drone duty. Need one of these 3 shots to hit. There ye be. And now they're pretty damaged, so I just want to put them in the medibay. Once it's done being ionized, and heal them up. And we're off. Zoom zoom. Dag intruders. Intruder birders. Also, a good fallback spot if you have a medibay is the medibay, because you basically heal as... Ooh, not unless it's destroyed. I was gonna say you heal as it gets as you fight. At this point, I'm kind of hoping that they leave my ship before anyone crew seriously gets hurt. You. Whew, that was close. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. He's got an ion cannon and a single fire laser. And now he can't get through my shields. By he, I mean the drone ship. If you want to game the system, you would keep leaving that. You would leave that weapon active because either you would get points for evasion and engines, or you would get shield points even if you got hit. That's where the other store is. Oh, the hacking device too. What's he gonna hack? eBay? Who cares? Again, single laser, can't get through my shields, so might as well take out their shield. So, evasion points. And then shield point. It doesn't. It's a win-win, letting them just fire one shot at me. Haha, meteor took out the rocket launcher. Ooh. Got a good amount of money. About to hit the store. Got a free boarding drone guy, Doohickus, band. I could buy the cloaking. Cloaking's pretty good. I could also buy the drone thing. I sold the boarding drone, and I'm gonna take cloaking. And then I'm also gonna upgrade my ship to have one more reactor point, so I can turn on the cloaking without having to like take away from another resource. So now I should be able to charge and fire while cloaked. So for instance, aha. So they're not targeting me while I'm cloaked, but I am still gaining charge on my weapon. Ideally, if you were smart enough, you would time it to a point in time in which you would have a missile fired at you, so you can like evade it, like an auto evade. And when they hack my oxygen, the oxygen in my ship drops. So it's a little... It would be a lot worse. But they're about to be dead. This is another quest one. Let's see. I typically don't read them. I've read them 1,000 times, so sorry if you were expecting to read all the Doohickuses. Doohicki, if you will. See, I missed because I cloaked. Funny, like my webcam is zoomed in a little bit, so you can go like cropped in the corner. And if I stay in one position long enough, I think the webcam tries to face track me, and it doesn't see my face because I'm standing still or something. I don't know, but it ends up like making my face all blurry and then traily as I move. Trips me out a little bit. Laser beam. So I'm starting to run low on fuel, something to keep an eye on. Ooh, we made it to 3 sectors. Count them. Running out of fuel in this game is pretty bad. You can really get boned. Oh, there's going to be intruders because they have a teleportation device. Yep, there they are. Fun fighting 2 Rockman. Rock and roll man. Also, while you're teleported or cloaked, they can't retrieve their teleported crew member. Too bad. And we're hitting the store. So defense drone is what I like when I have drone control, which is something I do want. This will shoot 2 missiles simultaneously, or not simultaneously, but if they fire 2 missiles, it'll knock out both. And drone control comes up often enough that I can probably get it later, but I'm going to buy that drone defense now. Oh, so sometimes if you give them fuel, you'll get some good stuff. So what are they offering? Like sometimes you get stuff that's worth more than 3 fuel. You know what? I'll do it, and if I need a ion stunner, that's whatever. I'll go back to the store, sell the ion stunner, buy some fuel. You know, I lose 2 turns or whatever, but like I don't really care. Buy all the fuel they have. Kind of broke even on that. I only lost 1 turn out of it. Oh, they have a nice laser gun as well. Ooh, I am gonna get hit with lasers. Too bad. And here comes my laser. Fuck him up, fuck him up. There we go, that's what I like to see. So what do you guys think of this game? Are you enjoying it? Is it crap? Is no one watching? That's also a good likelihood. I mean, that's more than likely, to be honest. Yeah, it's not that involved. The best part about it, or not best part, but like the tactical part about it, of like pausing the game to make your decisions, really helps you like solve the puzzle. I believe that's what we call William. Simple but deep. Is that too mean? He can't. He's not even here to defend himself, and I'm insulting him. Who's on my ship? Have fun suffocating. They're about to be dead. So dead. I kind of want to show you the boss so you can get an idea, because if you never got to the boss before, you don't really know what you should be doing during the main play of the game. Like, there's a reason to buy certain weapons over other ones. And if you don't get certain weapons and certain upgrades, you're really gonna be in a world of trouble when it comes to the end of the game. Oh. Put Mantis in there. Yeah, eventually you'll run into like ships that have like 3 levels of shield. Oh, they were about to jump. It was like jump imminent, which means like they're getting the fuck out of here. Yep, I might not be able to stop them. Means this fight will have been for nothing. After them! And they're gonna hurt my ship, I know it. Son of a gun. Oh, they really fucked it up. Oxygen would be nice in this room. There we go. Oh, I should be firing at them. Oh my goodness. Oh, he is almost... Al-Hid's almost dead. Yeah, I'm so used to saying it the wrong at this point. And my gun's broken. Perfect. Well, 6 fuel is something I could use, so I will accept the surrender. Next sector. This is the furthest we got tonight. I mean, it is a much easier ship. Basically, they were trying to ransom, like, fight me or pay the toll. Ooh, he has a big freaking shield. And I can only fire 3 bursts. That ain't good. I should have paid the toll. So I can do one of 2 things, which is hope that this laser takes out some other ship. Which is now broken. Or I can attempt a hyper jump. I'm gonna get out of here with 2 points of hull left. Oh, fuck me. This is where I die. And that's game. Oh, okay. Well, that's it for tonight. That's the furthest I got tonight on normal mode, and wasn't very good. Alright, that's it for the stream. I'll play something else next time. I've been watching Previously Recorded, which is like Red Letter Media's gaming channel that they don't make anymore. And they've been playing a lot of. I've been watching from their beginning, so they played a lot of FTL, and it inspired me to play again. And they also started playing a lot of XCOM Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within, the 2014 game. And I also own that game, so I might play that as well. That was pretty fun. XCOM, the original XCOM, is like one of my favorite games of all time, so I might play that at some point as well. So not only will I play older games, but I want to play some newer ones as well. Like, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into playing just old or new games. All right, thanks for staying and watching. It was a long, boring one, but I had fun, so I hope you guys did too. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.